What's up everyone? I hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm super excited to share this video with you. So a couple of weeks ago, I was going around and trying to look for a new business account for my business. And as I was doing so, I actually was noticing that a lot of these companies were offering some money incentives to be able to open up some personal checking accounts. So I figured, let me put a list together and share this with you in case maybe you hate the bank that you're currently with and want to switch over, but need a little bit more of an incentive. Now, switching over your bank can definitely be a big hassle. I actually made a video a very long time ago that I will go ahead and link up in the show notes down below. I do warn you, it is a very old video, but it tells you how to be able to switch from one bank to another as seamlessly as possible. So that way you can break up with your old bank and go with the new one. The nice thing with these companies that they're actually offering you an incentive to be able to switch over, so your time is actually valued to be able to do so by earning these bonuses. Also too, if by chance this is your first video with us, my name is Dennis, and here on the channel, I love talking about ways to build wealth and become more financially independent. So make sure you follow the journey by hitting the subscribe button down below. You can go ahead and tap on the bell if you want to join in on the conversations right away. One big thing I do want to mention before getting into this list is that, of course, these offers sometimes are limited and or can definitely change. So keep that in mind if you go and check out any of these companies. If they're not exactly the same, hopefully they're there for the better. Now, we're gonna break down each company here just a little bit and what is required for each one to get the bonuses, because of course, there's always a little bit of a catch. Some of them are gonna be way easier than others, and some of these companies are actually the same companies I've talked about in previous videos when it comes to having high yield savings. So not only do you get the high yield savings, but you can also get a bonus for transferring your money to these companies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this list. So the first one on this list is SoFi Money. So SoFi Money has a way to get a $50 bonus for opening an account with a minimum of $100. So this one is actually the easiest one to be able to earn a bonus, and it's a pretty awesome bonus for the small amount of money that you had to deposit. You have to put the money in within 14 days, and then after that, you will get that bonus. Now, one thing with this bonus is you do have to use a referral link to be able to get this bonus. I will have mine linked in the show notes down below, but you are more than welcome to use anybody else's. If you have a friend or family member, you guys can utilize theirs. All right, so next up on this list is actually with Discover. Now, Discover is actually one of those companies that I talked about previously that has a really nice high yield savings account. So their two bonuses are getting $150 if you deposit $15,000, and then a $200 bonus if you deposit $25,000. Now, I know that can seem like a lot of money for most people, but if you have an emergency fund that you wanted to move away from whatever current bank you're with, this is an awesome bonus to be able to transfer that money over if you have that dollar amount. So keep in mind that it says that you have to have that money deposited by a certain time, so you can actually have that money kind of pile in there over time if you can't do it all at once. But if you can, that is an awesome way to be able to earn a little bit of money on your money that's just sitting there for emergencies. So next up is going to be PNC. PNC is giving an offer right now of $200 bonus for opening up an account. Now, for their bonus, it is going on until September 30th of 2019. Again, that can change based off of what they choose to do. For this one, you do have to have a minimum balance of around $5,000 within the first 3 statements, and it can change afterwards. So if you can do that, that will be a lot easier for some people than the $15,000 as the Discover account. This one also does have an amount saying that you have to make at least 20 qualifying PNC Bank Visa debit card transactions within those first 3 months. So you have to make sure you're running that debit card to be able to utilize. You can probably just go ahead and buy some small items, all the way through like at the dollar store doing separate transactions. So next up is going to be Fifth Third Bank, and they do have a bonus of $250. This offer is going until the end of October. This one seems pretty simple as far as having a balance of over $500 for 45 days. To be able to get that amount bonus for you. This one does have a few other little stipulations, so make sure you check out their website to be able to get that offer. So next up is TD Bank. So TD Bank actually has 2 offers. You can earn either $150 or $300. So with the TD Bank, in order to receive the $150 bonus, you have to have received deposits totaling over $500 in 60 days. So this one's fairly easy for most people. And then in order to get the $300 bonus, you have to have a direct deposit totaling $2,500 or more within the 60 days. Now that's accumulative, so that means you can have, a couple different deposits overall totaling that amount. So this one is also one that is somewhat very easy to hit as far as a goal to be able to get that bonus. So next up is First Bank, and First Bank has a bonus of $300 to open up a checking account with them. So this one is also fairly easy. They have just 3 steps. You just have to open up a new checking account, enroll in their online banking, and then you have to have one qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more for 3 consecutive months. So I hope you are enjoying these so far. I do have a few more to show you, including the ones that have some really high bonuses for you. Let me know in the comments down below, are you interested in switching banks because they have a bonus, or do you just want to get rid of the company that you're currently with and switch to a different bank? Let me know in the comments down below. So the next 2 I'm going to talk about, I'm actually not really big fans of these companies just because they're really, really big banks, but they do have these offers. So I want to make sure I give you these opportunities to know about them. So the first one here is going to be with Chase. Now Chase is offering up to $350 on your bonus. Now the first way to get the $200 is to open up a new checking account, and then you can get $150 for opening up a savings account. You just have to make sure you set up direct deposit with the checking to get that $200 bonus. So fairly simple for most people. The savings account, which is odd that you have to do a lot more for less, you have to actually deposit $10,000 or more in new money within 20 business days and maintain that $10,000 for over 90 days. And then you can get that $150 bonus on top of the $200. You don't necessarily have to do both on this end, but like I mentioned, the $200 bonus seems a lot easier than the $150 bonus overall, which is strange, but if you wanted to have both and you have that emergency fund with that other company, that other bank, and you want to transfer it over and it's a good healthy amount, that's an easy way to make $150. So next up on this list is with Wells Fargo, and they have a bonus of up to $400. This one is going until almost the end of November, at least as of this recording. So this one, somewhat fairly simple. You open up your account, you fund your account with at least $25 because that is their minimum. And then within 150 days, so this is a good span of time, you have to have them receive a cumulative monthly total of $3,000 or more in qualifying direct deposits each month to the checking account opened for this bonus for 3 consecutive months. So overall, that one's fairly simple if you are earning that amount of money to be able to get that bonus. Now, of course, if you're not earning enough to be able to hit that direct deposit bonus, that might not be the option for you, but also at the same time, it is Wells Fargo. So now we're getting into some of the much bigger bonuses here. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. So this next one here is going to be with Citi, and they are offering up to $500. Now, as of right now, this is going until pretty much the end of September. They have a $400 bonus for opening up a new checking and savings account. You had to deposit a minimum of $15,000 to the new Citi Bank account, and you have to maintain that $15,000 balance for 60 days. Again, it can seem like a lot, but if you have an emergency fund that you're transferring over, or you have a good amount of money that's kind of cycling through to be able to hit that goal, that is a really, really nice bonus to be able to have that, added into your overall account. Now, in order to get the full $500, to be able to earn that extra $100, you also have to complete 1 qualifying direct deposit each month for 2 consecutive months within 60 days of opening the account for a total cash bonus of all $500. So next up is going to be BMO Harris Bank, and they have a bonus as well up to $500. So for this one right here, I don't have a time frame of how long this is going for, so hopefully when you're watching this, they still have it going on. But to be able to get the bonus, it's split up into a couple different ways. So you have offer 1, which is get $400 bonus for completing the following activities with your new checking account within the first 120 days. So it says have a total of at least $6,000 in qualifying direct deposits. Again, that's over 120 days, so it's a really easy amount to hit. It says enroll in BMO digital banking and set up paperless statements, which I think most people would prefer anyways. And then it says make at least 10 qualifying transactions, which can be really easily done for most people. Now, for them as well, their other offer is that you can actually open up a platinum money market account with at least $5,000. And then in order to get the additional $100 bonus, it says that if you completed both requirements for offer 1 and 2, that's when you would get the full $500. So effectively, if you just want the $400, you can open up the checking account relatively easy, to be honest, in comparison to like the Citibank one that we just talked about. This one is a lot easier, and then to get that extra $100, if you had $5,000 in an emergency fund to transfer into a money market, you can do that way to earn an additional $100. But if not, you can still get at least $400, which is not bad whatsoever. So I'm super excited to share this next one with you guys because you can earn up to $750 for signing up with this bank. Now, if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure you hit that like button down below. El Presidente and I definitely do appreciate that. So the company that's going to be offering you up to $750 to open an account with them is going to be HSBC. Now, this company was also mentioned in my previous videos about their high yield savings. So this is pretty awesome that they're offering such a high bonus. Now, with this company, this bonus does go until the end of July. Hopefully it extends a little bit further for you guys, or they have some other offers going on. But as of right now, in order to qualify for that $750, you have to, of course, open up their premier checking account because they do have an advanced checking account, which you can actually still earn up to $350 for. But the big bonus, that $750, you do have to make a direct deposit with third party, it says, which is essentially your company that you work for, into your checking account for 3 consecutive months. And it does have to be $5,000 every single month, which I know can be a little high for some people. But if you hit that threshold, or if you have, 2 family members having direct deposits put into this account that is total $5,000 or more for 3 consecutive months, you will make an additional $750, which is awesome if you are wanting to transition banks, so that way you can get essentially paid to do all of that transfer over for all your bills and all your expenses and your direct deposit as well. So as I mentioned earlier, here's the video on actually how to switch over your bank accounts from one to another if you're sick and tired of the company you're with. Keep in mind that is an older video, as I mentioned. Otherwise, check out these other videos here on the channel. And if you made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.